I saw a cool picture of the storm last night. We had some pretty cool ones too. I'll post a video later. But I'm going to sketch on it. I don't know about that one. I noodled it. And then there's this fine gentleman back here. What's he up to? Drop a new layer in. Put it behind the rest of them. Turn these off. That is not where I thought I was going with this. But I kind of come. Just looking at us. Little teeth sticking out. Morning. I thought he was going to be cool. And that's not cool. It does have a wild head of hair though. A couple of sideburns. Nice peak. Do we want to tackle the hand now? Or save it for the end? Let's tackle it. What's he doing with his hand? Do we think? Maybe he's just kind of hanging. Neutral hand. Neutral hand. On the inside. But there is no room for a hand. Unless he's got real tiny hands. I can see a hand. For some reason I want his hand to come this way. I don't know how we ended up here. Maybe his thumb's a launch pad for a spaceship. Totally a launch pad for a spaceship. We need to find us some perspective. The horizon is there, but our horizon is not. So we're looking down. Thumb launch pad. Of course, the thing on his head isn't just a thing on his head. It's gonna have a life, personality, maybe a couple of hairs growing out of it. We don't know who's in charge. For now, this little dude's friendly. He just has little conversations with them every once in a while. Thing on my head. And it's called Steve. It is. Talks. It has a weird voice. Only he can understand it. Says, "You're an ugly guy." Anyone ever see Cabin Boy? Kapinga. That means I touched. I'm not gonna say it. He says he touches a girl's ass. It's really silly. A more bizarre movie. Worth watching. Pepsi. I know you're hungry. I don't know where he's going. Threads. Does anyone have any idea what Threads is? What's gonna make his arm? He's kind of reaching. He's like, "Whee!" I'm not so sure launch pad for a spaceship is the right direction, but it's one of the cool things about Procreate. You can do straight lines. I would try to draw that circle a million times, or that oval. What do you call them? Ellipse, for all you diehards out there. Damn, he's hanging up. This guy's like, "Cool, man. I don't mind. We're buddies." I don't know why you're on my face, but we just make some pigment. It needs pigment. That way I can fill the canvas doodling. I'm kind of making it underdrawing at the same time. So now, this guy is, I don't know what he is yet. That's the other problem with drawing from clouds. You can end up with a perspective issues that you have to solve as you go, because I'm not matching the perspective of the image. Now we're getting somewhere. Probably not going to stick with the launch pad, but I wanted to drop in and add a light source for y'all. It's another thing. Like I said, it's easy to get lazy with the fundamentals. Just start making lines. If you're just making lines, you're not doing it right. If you're rendering, you've just made lines, your intention is a dimensional character, anatomically correct, or anything for that matter, you need to establish the fundamentals of your piece. You need perspective, a horizon, essentially, a light source. Maybe there's two light sources. Maybe in this case, maybe there's a light source in the front here as well. So this up here is a light source. Up here, this is your little cave. think I can break. I should be looking up at this, but I don't want to. So, what do? Friends? We take a little artistic liberty and assume that the perspective on the foreground and the background is so different that we can break the rules. We're going to go with something like this. We're looking down on this thing. Or we just establish a new set of rules in the foreground here. Making these colonnades. The ancients that used to live here. Alright, I don't quite know where I'm going with that, but the foreground now has an established light source that is way too contrasty. So, sorry, it will be bright in the foreground. It won't be the focal point, so I don't want to steal the show from him, her. Maybe there's a whole little village in the foreground here. Why are you so white? I want that. Now this guy's either got two heads, or that was never his hand. He's always just been hanging out back here. When in doubt, blend it out. Just made that up. I'm sure I'm not the first person to have said that, though. This is actually not his eye. It's a little disguise. A little tomfoolery on his part. He learned it in cloud school. He's like, hey, we have two heads. I'm feeling lazy on this one, because everything needs to be bigger. Because of the perspective of the other one.